Good day, fine people. A very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick on the ZX Spectrum 48K, and we're going to be playing Robotron 2084. Well, it was developed by Atarisoft, but as I understand it, never ever released, so this might be an interesting one to see. It's based on the arcade cabinet from Williams Electronics in 1982. Essentially, robots have invaded the world, and over different stages we must blast them all. If you used the game Smash TV, it's probably quite close to that one. It's probably best if you play it on joystick for directional fire, so here I go. Moves okay. I'm doing it on keys here. We've got to shoot all the yellow robots. There's people to rescue. Well, I've died. Any contact with the robots, if they shoot you, then you are doomed. I believe there are 10 waves. This is wave number 1. Now, I would say if you had this back in the day, let me know. I don't think anyone would do unless you tracked it down from some special site. I've downloaded it from a site called Spectrum Computing. So, oh god, so in each wave they gradually get more field of the screen and it's game over, so it's probably not going to last too long. I do like that title screen there, the nice flashing Robotron. What I would say, if you have played the arcade version, then let me know. And also, what do you prefer, Robotron 2084 or Smash TV? Reviewed that on a number of systems. I reviewed on the Mega Drive. There was a compilation which called Robotron. That led me to this one to see what it would be like. It moves quite fast. You know, the controls aren't that precise, and I must say it does slow down quite a bit when there's a lot on the screen. So it's moving quite a bit slower now than it did originally. Right, so let's just see how far I can get. But if I had this back in the day, I would have given it a bit of play, although it might have frustrated me a little bit. Now, you can't destroy the green robots, so try and avoid those. Off we go again. So the white people walking around, those white characters there, if you bump into them, they're your family members and they get rescued. Try not to bump into anything that's flashing, although you can shoot that to clear the path. You can run out of space real quick. Can't shoot those people, so that's okay too. Right, okay. Oh! Right, hang on a minute, Nick. Let's get the hang of this thing. Let's collect him. One left, good. So what we're on now, on the bottom there, it says what wave you're currently on. Now it's going very slow indeed. Spectrum is really struggling here. So the game is alright up to about wave 3 or 4, and then it's just too darn slow. But you know, maybe it could get boosted with a bit of extra memory. Let's have another go, and then I'll put a poke on. But as I say, on the arcade and the joystick mode on this, you can use one joystick for direction and the other for direction of the fire. Here I'm pretty much stuck with the direction I'm shooting, so essentially with the other version you can walk away and shoot behind you. This is a little bit more tricky. Yeah, I think at some point I have to put a poke on here because, you know, it's okay. I'm enjoying it to a sort of a degree, but would have frustrated kids silly back in the day. Right, okay. Right, if you've seen, let's put a, oh, it's my last live, is it? Right, wave 3. Yeah, kaboom. Let's put a poke on now for infinite lives, just so we can see a number of waves. But I think the gameplay is going to get progressively slower and slower the way we go forward. Right, here we go. Move it. It says it's never ever released. On the top screen you might see 1984, so that's sort of like the era they may be looking at it. 2 years after the arcade cabinet. I don't know why it wasn't released. Maybe there was some sort of licensing issue, but licensing didn't seem to be a problem back then, especially if you changed the game to a different name. Right, mind you, Atarisoft, they did the covers of Pac-Man, didn't they, and Miss Pac-Man, so that's all right there. Right, so we're gonna get a distance. I think there might be 10 waves, but we'll soon find out. Now it's starting to get very slow and very impossible to play normally, unless you're some crazy genius. I do like the explosions when you shoot stuff. Boo! Probably best to shoot those flashing blocks out the way, I would say. It's carnage in a small sort of area. When I was reviewing Smash TV, I said it reminded me of that film, The Running Man. It's not from a novel, The Running Man, but the film, probably nothing like the novel, starred Arnold Schwarzenegger, and as per usual, he said, "I'll be back," and he was back a lot of times. He was a prisoner that had been sentenced to, well, this game show thing. Anyway, right now, fancy doing this without a poke on. Look at the amount of space I've got. The amount of space I've got is none. Wave 4, so maybe this wave wasn't released either. It's just become largely unplayable. Very unfair gameplay, but it is representing Robotron, I suppose. Smash TV did come out on the ZX Spectrum. I much prefer that one to this one. Again, that's quite tricky, but not as tricky as this. Not as tricky as this. At least you got half a chance with that one. Boom, kaboom, kaboom, kasplat. If you watch this far into the... Oh man, what's going on here? My eyes. If you watch this far into the video... Good, look away if you suffer from fits. If you watch this far into the video and you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so, because that helps me a great deal. And big thank you to all the subscribers so far who have done so. I presume that helps with the YouTube algorithm, who knows? Because there's a lot of people doing this kind of stuff. Just helps me get noticed, really. So thank you there. And also a massive thank you to the members who are keeping the show on the road. Without you, it probably wouldn't be here in the first place, but I'm trying my best to give you as much content as I possibly can. Now, if you want to see loads and loads of ZX Spectrum videos, or indeed, you know, other systems, click on the, to get to my playlists, click on my username, that takes you to the channel page, and there's a playlist tab there as I die a million zillion times. What speed's this thing going now compared to the first screen? Well, very slow indeed. Slower than the snail towing a caravan uphill. That's pretty slow. Right, okay. Now, if you've since downloaded this game, let me know how far you got legitimately, and if there are any like tactics I don't know about. I believe I can't try because I haven't got two joysticks. I believe you can connect two joysticks to get the play of the arcade one, but I'm sort of like generating here and dying straight away. Kaboom! I do like those explosions. That's pretty good. Right, what wave are we on now? Wave 8. Oh, dearie me. But it's well coded, I suppose, with what it's got there. Boo. You can hear that noise a lot. Boo. As you sort of like die. Get ready for it. Get ready to go. You go boo. It's going to happen any time now. Or maybe it won't. Maybe I'll clear the whole show. I mean, back in the corner here. No one puts baby in a corner. This isn't to do with dirty dancing. Those blue things are firing at me. Let's take them out as well. Not to dinner. Well, boo. Hope you did the boo there. It's wave 8. It's gradually getting quicker as less and less stuff is. The computers have to render less and less stuff around the place, or draw it, I should say. What we got left? Right, that's it now. Wave 9. How slow will this go? How slow can you go? God, this is a party of doom, isn't it? It's like being surrounded by zombies. I suppose without games like this, you couldn't have had Escape from the Planet of the Robot Monsters. Check out that review if you haven't already. It's like a 3D version where you're being chased by a lot of stuff. Boo. Right, okay, I only want to get to wave 10 really, and then we'll probably get out of there, because it's not about expert gameplay, these reviews, as you probably know if you've been here a while. It's about seeing how the game would have played back in the day, quite often what would have been there if you persisted with it to try and get a bit further, and would there have been enough here for you to go back and play it. Now, if they had released this in 1984, I would give it a few plays every now and again, but because I was unfamiliar with Pokes, I doubt I would have got past level 4. On a good day, I might have reached level 5, but I wouldn't have got a great deal further than that. Certainly wouldn't have completed the thing. And we're already on wave. This is what wave's this? This is wave 10, and look at the mess going on here. Crazy talk. Don't know if it's supposed to look like this or it's just my version looking like this, but surely they couldn't have wanted all this flashing going on. Surely not. Maybe they didn't think people would get this far. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I feel like I've drunk too much alcohol or something like that. I'm in a disco. The lights are all flashing on and off, and I'm looking at my watch thinking, should I leave the disco? No, it's only 9:30. I get drunk quite quickly. My beer at the moment is banana beer. That seems to be doing me quite proud. What speed is he going now? It's like Speedy Gonzales. Speedy Gonzales. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Do-do-do-do-do. Right. Right, surely the writers didn't expect anyone to get past wave. Oh, on wave 11, it goes on forever then. I thought there was only 10 waves. It turns out there's lots and lots of waves. Looks like it might have circled back to the beginning again, but with extra stuff there. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, yeah, I think it might have gone back to the beginning again. Anyway, wave 11. Whack a wave. Yeah. So what can we say about this game? Well, it represents Robotron 2084, okay, but if you're looking for an accurate conversion, look at that a Mega Drive compilation I did quite recently. The Spectrum's trying its best with it, but it's struggling to the speed-wise. There's just too much going on. If you want a choice between this and Smash TV, I would say Smash TV, although this is nice to see. I can probably So the reason it wasn't released commercially was probably either because of a licensing issue, or they couldn't get it to speed up and didn't think it would be worth it. But I think it, who knows what one, it might be a bit of both. Right, Atarisoft. Yeah. We won't play too much longer of this one. So put your favourite retro arcade conversion in the comment section below, if indeed you're still here. I like my favourite one at the moment is well, it's a homebrew by Happy Coding, Alan Turvey, Asteroid RX. I think it's called RX, or is it DX? It's one of the two. That's pretty good going. You can it's an accurate representation of asteroids, but you can change the colour of the whole thing as well. Always in monochrome, but you can change the colours, which is a rather cool effect. Right, these green fellas don't need to be shot. Lucky them. What wave are we on now? 13. I just part of me is hoping to get to some sort of game over sequence. But those people counting, I turned off the poll, as you noticed. Those people counting might have seen there how many lives I had. You can jump to additional waves there, 1 to 9. I started from the start. I think I'll have one last proper go. See, it must be addictive then if I'm jumping back into it. It must be more addictive than I thought. One last go, I think. You can save your high scores there, J, to save them. Robotron, not Robocop. It's not Tron, it's Robotron, a combination of the two. In the year 2084, the robots have, well, they're going to win. They've affected the whole world, and we must kill them all in different waves. Right. A bit like Alien Storm, I suppose, but not like Alien Storm, because that was Aliens then. Nincompoop. Right, I'm not going to last very long with no, well, playing it normal, but we'll see. Maybe I will. Right, so now it's getting a bit tricky. This is representative of the real go. Lives represented in the top left, as you see. I die straight away because I just generated in the wrong place. Oh, come on, yellow, like loads of popcorn coming at me. Right, I might do it. There's a lot of stuff firing their stuff at me. I think that's me dead in it. I got a star up the bum. That's probably death. What a way to go. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. Yeah, it was okay, but it's just suffered from slowdown, which affected the game too much, and it got impossible past about level 4 or 5, no matter how good you were. So I hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Robotron 2084 on the ZX Spectrum, not published by Atarisoft, but if it had been, it would have been in 1984, I believe, based on the arcade cabinet from Williams Electronics in 1982. If you want any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.